3D printing in construction, how it works and its potential benefits. 3D printing, also known as additive manufacturing, AM, is the process of sequentially adding materials under computer control to produce three-dimensional objects. It is especially beneficial for prototyping and the creation of geometrically challenging components. Although it was initially developed in the 1980s, it had little use because it was a challenging and expensive process. It has only been feasible for a variety of uses since 2000, including product design, component and tool manufacturing, consumer electronics, plastics, metalworking, aerospace engineering, dental and medical applications, and footwear, thanks to its relative simplicity and affordability. Sales of additive manufacturing, AM, devices, sometimes known as 3D printers, have risen significantly, and since 2005, it is now feasible to operate 3D printers at home. Construction 3D printers are 3D printing equipment created specifically for the construction industry. Using either a 3D scanner or computer-aided design, CAD, a 3D digital model of the object is produced. After reading the design, the printer applies successive layers of the printing medium, which could be a liquid, powder, or sheet material, which are then bonded or fused to make the final product. Although the technique can be tedious, it allows for the creation of practically any shape. Depending on the technique used, printing can use many materials, numerous colors, and multiple components all at once. A high-resolution subtractive method that removes material from an enormous printed item might improve accuracy. Utilizing materials that dissolve during production to support overhanging elements is one method. It may be more cost-effective to print a mold first, then utilize it to manufacture the item because printing materials like metal can be pricey. 3D's potential in the building sector. Buildings can be printed in their entirety or construction components can be produced using 3D printing in the construction business. Construction is a good candidate for 3D printing since it has expertise with computer-assisted manufacturing and produces a lot of the information needed to make an object. Particularly since its recent inception, Building Information Modeling, BIM, may make 3D printing more widely used. Construction 3D printing might make it possible to manufacture intricate or custom objects more quickly and accurately while also reducing labor expenses and waste production. Additionally, technology might make it possible to conduct construction in hostile or hazardous areas where human labor is unsuitable, like space. The technology of 3D printing itself dates back to the 1980s. In many industries, from aerospace and architecture to high-end manufacturing and medical, it is now routine procedure to create a three-dimensional model, or prototype, from a computer-aided design by adding successive layers of material. By 2025, according to the consulting firm McKinsey, the method may have a $550 billion annual economic impact. However, construction is proving to be a more difficult challenge. The first 3D printed commercial structure was created by Cobot International in 2017 in Copenhagen, the capital of Denmark. It is estimated that 20 commercial structures have been created using this technology worldwide to date. To create the desired building structure, such as an exterior or interior wall, or component, such as an archway or void, concrete is squeezed out of a nozzle attached to a computer-programmed robotic arm that is either stationary or moves along rails. The technology, according to its proponents, enables construction that is quicker, less expensive, and more ecologically friendly than conventional building techniques. They highlight quicker home delivery, more design freedom, lower building costs, more effective material usage, higher levels of sustainability due to reduced waste typically associated with construction, and even lower noise pollution. The seamless creation of products from a numerical design and access to a wide variety of geometries for the finished object is specifically mentioned by industry experts as being very difficult or extremely expensive to realize with standard processing procedures. Big builders seem to find the business appeal impossible to refuse. A market researcher named SmartTech Publishing estimates that the 3D printed construction sector would be worth $40 billion by 2027. When compared to conventional construction processes, concrete 3D printing in the construction industry helps save time, effort, and materials. But it's vital to remember that a 3D printer can't yet construct a complete house. Only the house's structure and walls are constructed. Additional components, like windows, wiring, and plumbing, must be placed later. However, concrete 3D printers can also be used to produce exterior decorations, benches, and bridges. The benefits of 3D printing: less injury. A decrease in field injuries is among the main advantages that 3D printers have given to construction workers. This is a great development given that building with concrete is challenging and often dangerous. In addition to having an easier time performing their jobs, workers also require less workers' compensation paperwork from employers owing to workplace accidents. Reduced material costs. Concrete waste from a concrete pour. Significant material waste reduction is another gain. The exact amount of concrete required to produce the wall, floor, or other object is used by 3D printers. Builders and general contractors won't need to place bulk orders since they will be aware of their particular material requirements. This method of construction is not only more cost-effective for the contractor, but it is also more environmentally responsible and sustainable. Faster building. In this respect, concrete 3D printers differ from more conventional construction techniques. Projects that occasionally take weeks or months to accomplish can frequently be finished with 3D printers in a matter of hours or days. Once a whole house was built in just one day. Because more orders are filled, the contractor receives more revenue and can move on to other jobs earlier. Fresh markets. Construction companies can now operate in markets that may have previously been inaccessible to them thanks to the use of 3D printers. Additionally, having a 3D printer on standby could help new construction enterprises stand out from organizations that have been in business for a while but are hesitant to change. Similar to how building firms that are well-established and traditional could use 3D printing to stay competitive. In essence, 3D printers may be utilized to open up new markets while simultaneously giving an established business a competitive edge. More affordable building. In general, using 3D printers is less expensive than using conventional building methods and procedures. Companies will notice a significant improvement in their earnings with a decrease in injuries, time, and material costs. Others will stay on the job even though certain employees will undoubtedly have to be let go because someone still needs to be able to put everything together. Workers have an opportunity to keep their job security by learning the technologies. Both they and the business as a whole will make more money. Better form. The capacity of 3D printers to produce illogical and unusual design structures is well known. Construction firms can now take advantage of that to offer their clients distinctive buildings that were made just for them. This may enable them to attract clients who might not be interested in conventional rectangular solutions. A building company is more appealing to some clients if it can produce distinctive architectural ideas for them. Greater robustness. While early-stage concrete testing will still be required, 3D printers have been found to increase the structural elements' long-term endurance. This is caused in part by the way the components were created and put together. More resilient buildings require lower maintenance, allowing construction companies to concentrate their resources elsewhere and increase profits. Additionally, customers undoubtedly like a structure with a longer lifespan. Advantages of at-home 3D printing. Eco-friendly, organic, environmentally friendly materials can be used to construct 3D printed homes. Additionally, some home 3D printers use solar power and emit less CO2. Affordable. 3D printers can provide affordable housing, which is very helpful for people in areas plagued by poverty or after natural disasters. Scalable. 3D printing in construction lowers some construction expenses. For instance, using conventional building techniques would cost about $75 to build a square meter of the wall, whereas utilizing the Apis COR Home 3D printer would only cost $27. Effective. The machines create less waste because the materials are 3D printed as needed. The foundation of a house can also be completed using construction 3D printers in a matter of days as opposed to weeks or even months using conventional construction techniques. Design flexibility. Using a 3D printer for building, it is simple to produce curved walls and distinctive facades. Good thing furniture can be 3D printed to match the curvature. So this is the end of our today's video. Do you like it? Share your precious thoughts with us in comments section below and subscribe to our YouTube channel.